Hey everyone, and welcome back to some more Esports Talk. We have some League of Legends news and drama as we saw Jacob Wolf and Esports actually post an article saying that between G2 and Cloud9, when Cloud9 actually bought Perkz from G2, there was a clause in the buyout agreement that said that Perkz could not be sold directly to FNATIC. Diving right in, the article says a clause in the G2 Esports and Cloud9's buyout agreement signed in late 2020 for Perkz prevented the team from selling him to FNATIC for a period of 3 years, beginning in November 2020 and lasting through the end of the 2023 season. FNATIC filed a complaint with Riot's LEC office over the past few weeks, asking them to investigate the clause. However, the LCS department actually approved the G2 and Cloud9 buyout agreement, and so they had seen this clause already. The issue was elevated to the global esports department after the involvement in both the LEC and the LCS. Riot has determined that the clause did not affect Perkz' options for 2022, with there being disagreements between FNATIC and Cloud9 anyways over the cost of the buyout. Okay, so a little bit juicy there, with that being problematic for a lot of people and people seeing it as a little bit unethical for him to directly, him being Carlos and G2, directly prevent Perkz from going specifically to FNATIC for 3 whole years, and for that to be in the contract. And so it's a little bit spicy. People have their disagreements about it, but despite Riot having approved it, some are saying that it's the kind of thing that destroys the future of the region and its competitiveness, and that they hope that Riot will ban these kinds of crap clauses. I do feel obliged to show a couple of old tweets from Carlos regarding Perkz and regarding the buyout to begin with. Where back in the day when he was selling him, he said Perkz is the most accomplished, most legendary, most impactful Western player in the history of any esport ever. Decades from now, when Luka is washed up and wrinkly, I'll always have a place for him in G2. I keep mentoring him. Luka does whatever the F he wants. Then yesterday, Carlos actually updated this saying, except joining FNATIC. Sorry, I ran out of Twitter characters, as well as a tweet in the last year saying Perkz to FNATIC is quite possibly the single trade that I would go out of my way to never allow to happen, like Messi to Real Madrid. If a player we bench wishes to join any European team, TSM, Galatasaray, or LPL team, we will gladly trade him. We haven't blocked crap. With so many people calling out Carlos for this and saying this was unethical, like I said, he did respond in a more present manner saying it makes sense. Cloud9 could have bought the player, then sell him to FNATIC on the same day. We've made sure this could not happen. This is standard and within the rules as proven by the trade being approved globally. You can't outplay me. Despite this, the LCS Players Association said that they were independently investigating the circumstances of the report and will fight any agreement that illegally or unethically restricts player movement or alters player bargaining power. There's been a message sent out from Riot's Director of Operations for Global Esports saying that their current rules governing player transfers do not explicitly prohibit restrictions on future transfers by the receiving team, so that they are not going to penalize G2 or C9 for having that clause. However, Riot is not going to be the one who is enforcing that trade restriction. That enforcement is a private contractual matter between the team, and that they will furthermore no longer allow these future restrictions in transfer agreements. Ultimately, I think I'm fine with this. This is a contract that everyone who is involved saw and got to read. I mean, G2 saw it, obviously, and sent it. Riot saw it and said it was okay. Cloud9 approved it and accepted the contract. Perkz also saw the contract because it involved him, and so it doesn't seem like anything that was shady that was going on. Everyone agreed to it. Everyone was happy with what they signed, and so I don't have a problem with it. I do think it's a good idea, though, not to allow that to happen anywhere in the future, because it could get a little bit messy with players having to accept certain contracts that they really don't want to have. Let me know what you guys think about this, and until next time, I'll catch you later.